Okay, welcome to Stockholm.
Thank you.
And congratulations to your movie Heli, that was also awarded the Best Director Award in Cannes.
Yes, thank you very much.
Now you've moved a couple of times. You've moved from Mexico to Spain to Cuba and eventually landed back in Mexico. What is it about Mexico that makes you feel at home?
Well, I have traveled to those other places more than lived, and I always, when I'm away, I get very inspired and homesick always to go back to Mexico, and I like living there very much in Guanajuato, where I filmed Heli. It's very beautiful and it's warm and it's nice. I'm very comfortable there, and I'm able to do what I like to do, which is make movies. There's a lot of material, there's a lot of interesting faces that inspire me. I like to put the people that inspire me in the streets. I like to put them in my movies. So Heli is full of people that I have seen in the street that I put them in front of the camera to act, even if they haven't acted before or anything.
And on this movie, it's Carlos Regadas, director, who is producing Heli, and you were assistant director on his movie Battles in Heaven. What makes your collaboration work so well?
Well, I've known him for about 10 years now. We don't collaborate so closely. We help each other. He believes in what I'm doing and has helped me since my first movie, Sangre. I have helped him in Battle in Heaven when I saw Japón after seeing his first film. That inspired me a lot. And we have this working collaboration. Heli I edited in his new studios, Splendor Omnia, that he has in the mountains in Mexico. I was there 5 months working there, editing with his wife, and it's very nice so far, has been working. Jaime Romandia is our producer, who produces both of our films through Mantarraya Producciones. So far it has worked well. I'm happy.
And going back to your film Heli, there's been quite a lot of reactions and sort of articles about the brutal violence in the movie, because the movie portrays Mexico's violent cycle with drug handling and so forth. What's your own reaction to this?
Well, yes, for me, it makes me sad, the situation that is happening in Mexico, because I like it so much there. And I wanted to make an urgent film that showed what, for me, needed to have its true weight be shown, true importance. And for me, whenever there's violence in a place, the way it has been happening in Mexico for the past 6 or 7 years, there's been about 70,000 murders because of the drug war that's happening. I thought it was important to give it its weight, and for this, the best I could do was to not to show what happens in the way that I feel would be like being there, to really feel it. The movie's not full of violence, but it has some scenes that show what can happen, what's happening. To young people, especially, which is what interests me the most in the film. Some people did get a little bit scared, but also for me, that's what movies are for: to show things, to scare people, to make them laugh, to make them cry sometimes, and to jump from being scared a little bit sometimes. That's what the movie does.
But do you see it as a mission as a filmmaker, or as a mission or passion, however you define it, to also portray the violence, to try and make a difference in your country?
Maybe, it goes between that and me wanting to make a movie, a cinematic movie, to tell a story, to entertain people in a way. And then also if I can do that through showing something that I think is important of my country, because it's suffering now and it has this virus that is violence and corruption and education, and many people are being left very vulnerable because of all this inequality and etc. If I can at the same time give a movie that tells a story and also be social conscious, that people will feel reflected there and think it's important to show, the better. But I guess my first thing is to give a movie that people don't forget easily, not to give a message, because you can read the newspaper, you can read a book if you want. The message for the films, we go to a movie for 2 hours to be not entertained maybe, but to be taken somewhere else and to feel something. No? So my main importance is the audience to feel things, and that's what I focus on.
And you definitely had a positive impact on the jury in Cannes, as I mentioned. You won Best Director prize for the film, and it's coincidental because the year before, Carlos won for his film, Post Tenebras Lux.
Right.
What do you think about the fact that the festival is embracing Mexican films?
Well, it's good for Mexican film industry. This year has been a very important year. Now the newest success is Gravity by Alfonso Cuarón, a film that is very high level, very beautiful movie, strong film. Many Mexicans are very proud of it. It's been a big success in the United States. Now it's a success in Mexico and many other parts of the world. So that adds also to the fact that 2 years in a row, Mexico has won Best Director in Cannes. It shows a balance of author cinema with selling tickets also and giving the audience these things. I think very important. It's very important for audience to actually see the movies, Mexican movies, and that's happening now. Even Heli, many people went to see it. It has been released in Mexico. It's already been about 11 or 12 weeks, and it's still in cinemas, and it's about 100,000 people that have seen it. Of course, can't compare that to how many people have seen Gravity, but so these two different, in a way, movies are reaching Mexican audiences in a very good way, and that's a very good sign, I think.
Well, it's being screened here at the festival, so hopefully a lot of people will be going to watch the movie. And last but not least, what's your impression of the Stockholm Film Festival so far?
Well, it's very nice looking. It's a very beautiful festival. I don't know. I just arrived last night, and today I've been going around. I went to the museum with the boat, with the sunken boat. Very impressive museum, and just enjoying it now. I'll see when I leave. But also, Heli is going to be released here in cinemas, or at least in some way soon, and that was also important for me, for the movie, besides Stockholm Film Festival, that later on it will be here for people to see in Sweden.
Well, thank you very much and the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.